It's Scout Wilkins, again, back with my crystal bowls. And what I want to share today is what the bowls have shown me about forgiveness, how they have helped me with the idea of forgiveness. Forgiveness is a concept I have struggled with all my life, trying to understand. I understand it's letting go. What am I supposed to let go of? There's been a tremendous amount of confusion in my life. I have spent years journaling, noticing things I would figure out, things I would learn, ways I could go deeper with forgiveness. But always the hall of mirrors of not being able to forgive was deeper than my ability to think my way through it. And so the thing that really helped me more with forgiveness than anything, let me first say why in the bowls story, why forgiveness matters, is that in my conversation about the journey from the prior normal, the existing normal, to a new normal, if you want to use this new normal as your new jumping off space to explore the world, this needs to be a free and clear normal. If you're still holding on to something that happened, some short circuit that happened in one of your chakras, you cannot be in a free and clear place for your next leap forward, or your next journey forward, whether it's a leap or a more linear path. So I can't move on into where I want to be if I'm still holding on to stuff from the past. That's really simply why forgiveness matters to me. It just is not about the other person. And so after all my just thinking and challenging and journaling, I finally got frustrated enough that I said, okay, I surrendered that attempt. How about if I go to what is it that forgiveness is not? What is it that's happening when I just can't forgive or refuse to forgive or just am still holding on to that thing, whatever part of me is holding on to it? What's happening then? And that was actually very easy for me to understand, is that a part of me is saying at that point, at the point that I refuse to forgive, a part of me is saying, because that happened, because I did this, because you did this, because this thing happened, I can no longer be okay. In fact, I refuse to be okay. That's when non-forgiveness turns into resentment and really hard stuff. So when I realize that the opposite of forgiveness is my refusal to be okay for any reason, forgiveness actually became a lot more clear and much more of something that I wanted to do. That was when I really got in my body that it's not about the other person. It's about me being able to have a solid platform up here at my new normal. And so forgiveness is about letting go of the things that are holding me from being fully here. And so when you think about it in energy terms, the lack of forgiveness really could be seen as a short circuit in one of the energy. It might be a hole in one of the energy centers. Maybe there are parts of me that have just never felt safe. Never fulfilled the safety at that level of normal. Never got the willingness all the way there, never got the courage. And so when I started thinking in those terms, I had an epiphany about forgiveness that really changed my life. And that was that in any moment, I absolutely have the capacity to forgive. And it's truly not about the other person. And it's so simple, it's almost hard to understand. It's hard to grok because it is so, a part of me is like, how did I miss this? But for me, the truth has become that I can forgive instantaneously, because I can either forgive the other person or life or whatever happened. I can forgive that, or I can forgive myself for not being able to forgive. I can forgive myself and let myself be okay. Oh, okay. So what that ended up handing me was an understanding about an area between, I've never thought of this, but perhaps it's an area between the old normal and the new normal, and the things that I know in each of those places. There are things that I know that I want, and there are things that I know that I don't want. And so when I'm clear on those things, and I get more and more clear, this is something that happens as I move from level of understanding of myself, as I move from one normal to the next, as I elevate my awareness, I become more clear on what I want and what I don't want, and more courageous to claim it, to speak it, willing to feel it, supported, engaging in the magic around the power of being able to say, yes, I do want that, no, I do not want that. I mean, what courage is that? That's, to me, the clarity of my yes and my no, and to be able to speak it is such profound courage in the face of a story in my life that has not been welcomed, and in fact has been punished. So what I'm gaining as I move through this, with the bowls, with the people in my life, what I'm gaining is the understanding that there's not this big area that I have to know it all in. I don't have to know it all. Part of my struggle in my life has been feeling like I've got to get it right, or else. I'm supposed to be able to get it right. There's supposed to be one answer, very binary, right? But what I get now is that if I can get my clear answer on either end, yes, I really like this. In the old normal, I really like this. I really didn't like that. I want more of this. Here's a yes and here's a no. And then there's a whole world of, I don't know. I don't know. Maybe. I'm not sure. Up here at the new normal, there's also rising clarity, incredible clarity. This, yes, as I get clear inside myself, there's more and more ability to say, yes, this I love. I love this, more of this, please. And this, no. No. For example, in this time right now, my huge no as I move into my new normal, I've got a no in my system, absolute no to bullying. Whether it's watching somebody else get bullied, be a bully, but the most important place is my understanding that I have most of my life bullied myself into thinking things need to be different than the way they are. So what I've gained is this incredible ability to have a huge area of I don't know, and right at the moment I don't need to know. I can't know, I may never know. Some things I believe I will know at some point, but I don't know now. Some things I believe I never will know. I probably won't ever know that, maybe because I am not enough fascinated by it to devote a lot of time to it, maybe because that's in the area of life, and life holds that knowing, and I don't need to. Life's got that one, I can trust. So this is really about trusting the big unknown that is in the middle between what I know I love and I know what I don't want in the old normal, and what I love and what I really don't want in the new normal. The gift of that, what I'm seeing, I will report the biggest gift that's been happening to me in the last few months is that more and more I'm showing up in the world with an open heart and curiosity, and I'm having conversations with people that matter to me, But I thought that I would never be able to have that conversation. I had a conversation with my brother yesterday. It just flowed. It was amazing. We heard each other. We shared. It was incredible. It was a conversation I never, ever thought I would be able to have in this lifetime with my brother. And it was so beautiful. It opened so many doors. I've had the same thing happen with my mom. I've had it happen with many people. And so to me, that's the biggest gift of sorting out what I want and what I don't want, allowing my energy centers to heal, letting go of the things. Sometimes it's just letting go of the story of what it should have been, right? Letting go of the story of what it wasn't, what it should have been. There are a lot of tools. I'm not saying that this is easy. But at this point in our human development, we have so many tools for doing this. We have so many people that can help. We have so many resources available to us in this letting go process so that we can move from this old normal to this amazing new platform from which we can really truly be great together. Thank you.